Hello, 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 hello. Me and my fingers are not working today. I don't know. I don't know. This cold weather has truly gotten the best of me. Hi, everybody. I see you have people here waiting for us. Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining the Business Plugs Mixer. My name is Linda Murray Bullard. They call me the Business Plug. And today, hey, Fallon, it's good to see you. And today we're going to have the anthology of you. So my guest is going to come on and she's going to tell you what it's like and what her author journey has been like. And you're going to enjoy this. So lean in, go get you something to drink, get you something to write, to take notes if you need to. And she'll be in. But before I get to her, I need to tell you that on February the 6th at 6 o'clock p.m., if we don't have this kind of weather, then we're going to meet up. We're going to have a meetup. And right now, I don't have a location. So I have a few promising locations. People are promising. But then this weather happened and they disconnected. So I have to do it. But we will have a meetup on February the 6th. And if all else fail, we're going to take it to where I normally go, Starbucks downtown. That's what we're doing. But it's at 6 o'clock p.m. So that means the parking downtown is free. And there's parking right outside the Starbucks on Broad Street. So if we have no other place to go, we're going to Starbucks, okay? But that's on February the 6th at 6 o'clock p.m. First Friday events. We're doing First Friday events. I have a very promising organization that wants me to do it with them. And so hopefully we'll catch up before the 6th and I'll be able to change to another location where we'll be doing for the rest of the year. But we'll see about that. So hello, Kathy Moore. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining us. Well, that's the one thing I need to tell you about. The other thing I need to tell you about is if you're a business owner and you're ready for government contracts, or you're ready for corporate contracts, or you're just ready for contracts, you're ready for funding, for loans, for grants, wherever. I am helping businesses position themselves so that they are the most attractive business so they can get this funding. And so if you're interested in that, the link is wherever you're watching this, and feel free to reach out and let's talk about your business. And it's the initial call is free. It's just a discovery call where you tell me what you have going on, and I'll tell you what I offer. And we can get together and see if there's a good fit. If not, I have so many people I can refer you to. Because a lot of the people a lot of people out here are doing some of the similar things for different people when I send it to them. So that behind, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to my friend and my um, I guess she'd be a business buddy too, but I want to introduce you to Debbie. So please welcome Debbie to the stage. Hey, Debbie.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good today. How are you?
I'm great. I'm
So,
great.
Debbie, tell them who you are. Tell them about Debbie. Who is Debbie Kelly?
Debbie Kelly is an entrepreneur at heart. She is an author. She is an employee with Hamilton County Schools. I work in the exceptional education department at Barger Academy.
Okay.
And I'm a mom, a wife, uh, an only child, and I'm a great friend.
Yes,
So
you
I'm
are. You
very
really are.
happy
You
and
truly
excited
are.
to
You
be here.
truly are. You truly are. What? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And I remember when Debbie Kelly gave me my first planner in business out of nowhere. You gave me a planner and I still have it. And I thought
Oh,
that was
wow.
super sweet. That was super, super sweet of you because
Thank you.
we didn't have a conversation about it or anything. And you said, Here, I got this for you. You're truly a good friend. You're
Well,
very,
thank you.
absolutely,
You helped me
absolutely.
so much with launch, even though those ideas are still in here. But you were a great help, and eventually they'll come to fruition. I don't know when,
Absolutely.
but they're still good ideas.
Absolutely. All things in good time. All things in good time. You know,
Yes,
sometimes we get the prelude before we get the actual doing, but nothing is
right.
wasted. Nothing is wasted.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
so it'll all happen in time. But yeah, so tell the audience one of the titles you wear is an author,
Yes.
and you have three.
Yes. So I have three stories in this book, and I have one story in this book. So actually, it kind of ties into what you just said about a prelude. So I was fortunate enough to participate in both of these anthologies with Laura Brown, who some
Yeah,
of you
Coach
may
Laura.
know. And if you don't know and you're
You need to get
interested
to know Laura.
in being an author, you need to get to know her. She's amazing, and these books would not exist without her. So I've always had stories in my head that I've tried to tell, and I write them down, and then nothing happens. So this
Okay.
opportunity came up with Laura um, after 2020. So there were some people were feeling so many things
Mm,
about 2020. You had the pandemic, you had people dying in the streets, you had just so many things and no voice
right.
to express it, you know. And so she gave us an opportunity to use our voice, which is why it's named Voices from the Edge. And
Yeah.
these are available for purchase from me, and we'll get to that information in a little bit. But
Okay.
it was a great opportunity to start small and get familiar with how everything worked. And so now I'm working on a full length, actually two full length novels. So
Okay.
hopefully by the end of 2026, I can come back and talk about those.
Okay, absolutely, absolutely. Well, you're always welcome here. You are
Thank
always
you.
welcome here. I am always looking for people to come on to talk about what they do, how they do it, and to help other people along, right? Because somebody's always behind us trying to figure it out. And
Yes,
so this is an opportunity for you to come on and help somebody be the shortcut for them. But yeah, absolutely.
that's
So
great.
tell us about the stories.
So I'll start with the Voices from the Edge. So one of the stories is about the death of George Floyd.
Mm,
And so what Laura did, she gave us prompts
okay.
to get us started, to help clear our blocks and to really be intentional about what we were writing, and to also help the book flow. So we were all using the same prompt, but each of us came out with a different story. And
Mm,
so she put them together. And so the one I did is called Pressed Against My Will.
mm-hmm.
And it's written from the perspective of the police officer's knee.
Okay.
So it talks about what the knee was experiencing during this tragic event.
Mm.
And I'll just, if I could just read just a little bit.
Absolutely.
I don't want to
Absolutely.
read the whole thing, but okay. Twisted sheets give way to the filtered light of day. I unfold myself, stretch my joints, and lift away from the mattress. I feel his weight press down against me as the day begins. Same routine day after day. The wetness and the suds. The water was always just a little too hot for me. The rough, stiff starch material covers me from the pleasure of the sun's rays. So that's how the knee felt when they woke up in the morning and they took a shower and they put on the uniform for
Mm-hmm.
the day. So the knee thought it's just going to be another day. And
Mm-hmm.
then as it goes on, it wasn't. And it shows how the knee even recognized that what was happening was wrong.
Mm. My my.
So
My my.
that's that one. And then one of the other ones I actually wrote with a friend. Um, it's called Matilda's Table.
Mm.
And Matilda's Table follows two friends that are in their late 90s, and all the things that they had seen in the world. And Matilda is African American, and her friend is Caucasian.
Okay.
But they've been through the civil rights movement
Mm.
together. They've spent time together with their families growing up. And so this particular day is right after the election, when Joe Biden and Kamala Harris were elected. And
Okay.
so Matilda is so excited because she never thought that she would see the day that an African American woman would hold the position as vice president. And
Okay.
they were coming through COVID and wearing the mask and all the things. So
Mm.
she's gathered her family together to celebrate this, because she's not sure, because of her age, if she'll make it to inauguration day. So she
Mm.
wants to celebrate in the moment. So they have dinner, and after dinner, her friend comes by to bring her some cake that she had made. And the salt and pepper shakers had been left out on the table. So they start talking about these salt and pepper shakers. And this is the only crystal, this Waterford crystal, that Matilda owns, because they had
Mm.
been passed down through her family.
Mm-hmm.
And her friend is like, oh, I have the full set. I have the goblets, and I have this, and I have that. And my grandmother brought them over from the old country, and,
Mm.
all these things. And she asked Matilda, well, what other pieces do you have? And Matilda tells her, well, these are all that I have because of how I got them. You know, my great grandmother's, the master's wife gave them to
Ah.
her great grandmother when she was freed. She gave them to them as a wedding present, because she had always had a special place in her heart for the great grandmother. And so she had taught her how to read and all these things. And so this was just something that had been passed down through her
Mm.
family. And the salt and pepper shakers are the only piece that her friend doesn't have.
Mm.
And so this particular story is one of the ones I'm trying to flesh out into a full novel,
Okay.
because we're gonna play the story all the way out to show that the the Caucasian friend's family had actually owned Matilda's family, and these
Mm.
salt and pepper shakers actually complete
The
the
set.
friend set, because that's where they originated from.
Ah.
So it's a great story, and there's so many other stories in here. We have I forget how many, I think more than 20 different writers.
Wow.
We have a teenage girl that contributed her story about her life as a young Black female growing up in Chattanooga. And there are just a lot of different stories that are very relatable. So it was a great process getting to know the other authors and reading their stories, and just, staying in contact with each other afterwards and everything.
Yeah.
So it's been a great experience.
I love that. And it's called Voices
Yes,
from the Edge.
voices from the edge.
Yeah.
Yes. Voices
Love
from the
that.
edge. Yeah.
I love that.
Because we were all on edge.
I
And
know. Well, that
I
COVID was like nothing that you could compare it to, right?
well, yes, I'm sure you're a better witness to that than
Yes.
I am.
Well, for me, even in that, my mom died of the Hong Kong flu,
Right.
which was a very similar virus.
Yes.
And so, and then I read in 1953, my grandmother had pneumonia
Oh, I didn't know
on her
that.
death certificate. So Yeah, so it's
Ah,
generationally. So I'm still here. So
yes,
I think
praise God
I
for
think if
that.
that was, amen to that. If that was a curse, I think I broke it. But because I'm
Yes.
still here and I'm twice the age my mother was when
Yes.
she succumbed to the Hong Kong flu. But yeah, but that whole period of time was like no other. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, for those, even the thing my mom went through in '68, and I actually had did a documentary in 2000
Mm-hmm.
about a director from Washington came down and we did a documentary about the comparison of 2020 and 1968. There were so many like
Yes.
similarities.
Yep.
The political aspects of it, the illness. The difference is in 1968, the Hong Kong flu did not touch the economy. So the only way people even know it happened is they knew someone who had to fight it.
Oh wow, I
Like
didn't
most
know
people don't
that.
even know it happened.
Yeah, I
They're
didn't know
like,
that.
what? It was what? But it was just as bad. Like over 100,000 people died.
Mm,
And for that time, that was a large amount of people.
yes.
But it didn't touch the economy. So no most people don't even know it existed.
Wow, that's crazy. That's how
Yeah,
we have to learn, though. We have to search out things and find out for ourselves what's being kept from us so that
absolutely.
we
And
can educate ourselves.
absolutely. But that whole instance made me so distrusting of government agencies
Mm,
because it was so politicized. And I rather talk to people who on my timeline, I had groups of families of people dying. Like,
mhm.
the brother, the sister, the mother, the father, all kind of things
Yep.
happening on my timeline. And I listened to that more than I listened to, well, I turned the TV off. I just didn't want to hear any more of that.
Right.
But I was going to get the shot and I was waiting because one of my friends, it was a manager at a research department at the hospital I used to work at. And she was like, well, it takes 2 years for them to vet medication. And I was like, okay,
Mm,
I'll wait 2 years before I take this shot. Well, COVID said, we don't care anything about that, ma'am. Let's
right.
so yeah. But yeah,
Right.
but so that was very trying time back then. And the fact that Laura got you guys together and you all put that artwork, that masterpiece together. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it needs to be in the Library of Congress. It needs to be where every public library across the United States can get a hold to it.
That's a
Because
great idea. I'll have to talk to her about doing
yeah,
that. But I want to show you
we
guys
talked
this.
about that before
Yeah, since
with
you
other
mentioned
books.
it, look look what a great job she did with how beautiful the inside is. Like she designed and
She did her
created all
thing,
of
huh?
this. And some of them have little artwork. Like this is the one. This is mine from Matilda's table. So she put the
Okay.
little
And she was
salt
a
and
cell
pepper
shaker.
shaker.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. She did an awesome job.
Absolutely. Well, shout out to Laura. And if you don't know her, she's Coach Laura by most people. She's
Mm-hmm.
Laura Bester Brown on Facebook. So if you have a book in your heart, and we all do, if you have a
Mm-hmm.
book, people have told you you need to write a book. You need to write a book. Reach out to Laura. Tell her you saw Debbie and you were encouraged to come and contact her because she is amazing. We met
She
after
is.
I'd written my book, my first one, but she is amazing. I've sent several people to her, and she's
Mm-hmm.
referred people to me too as well. But she does a wonderful job
She
in helping to
does.
get that story out of your head and into your life. She does an
Yes,
amazing job with that.
she
So
does.
that's the two stories. What are the other two?
So, in this book, uh, this is scary
Mm-hmm.
stories. So a lot of people, when you first look at it, your brain tells you it's
It's
scary,
scary, right?
but it's scary, and that's intentional. And so you can see the heart that's been bandaged. So this is Tales from the Healed Side of Brokenness. So
Mm.
these stories are written. Most of the authors are women.
Mm-hmm.
They're they have written stories about things that were meant to break them.
Mm,
And like you said, we're still here, you know, so we're not broken,
absolutely.
we're healed. And
Absolutely.
this this book gave us the opportunity to tell our stories. And I just want, she did the layout for this one too. So they have this is Monica Allen, and the title of this one is Driving Through the Storms.
Yeah.
And I just want to read this little quote because she also put little quotes in here. And it says, "From every wound, there's a scar, and every scar tells a
Mm,
story that says, I have survived. Turn your wounds into wisdom." So that just
yeah.
goes back to, you know, what you've been through is for a reason. And it's not
Absolutely.
just for yourself, it's for other people
Hmm.
also. And if we don't share our stories, we don't know, because, you know, thank God we don't look like what we've been through,
Amen to that.
you
Amen
know.
to that.
And
Woo.
so people people just see how you present, and they don't know your story unless you talk to them and you're willing to share, you know. And so this anthology gave all of us an opportunity. So I write under a pen name.
Okay.
So in this in the Scary Stories, I wrote under the pen name Violet,
Okay.
because my favorite color is purple, and if I could have made up my own name, it would be Violet. And in this book, I wrote under the name Antoinette. So
Okay.
Antoinette is my middle name. And
Yeah, I think it's Kathy wrote your whole name in the comments.
so what the reason I used Antoinette in the first book is because one of my friends that works with business people and authors and stuff also, they were telling me, you know, when the books are lined up by the author's name,
Hmm.
that puts you first, and
Hmm.
they'll
The
see you
A's.
first. And so if they're in a bookstore or online and they only have a certain amount of money to spend, they may pick what they see first and like that instead of going on and looking. So that's why I chose Antoinette for that one. But this one I chose Violet because this story was personal,
Okay.
you know. And so I'm a purple person. Anybody knows me, they can, I share a room at school with 5 different people, and
Hmm.
we all have a desk, and no one has their name on their desk, but anybody that walks in can say, "Oh, I see where you sit. I know where you sit." So so this story, I started, it's called We Are Not Broken Anymore. And I did some research about Japanese art, right?
Okay.
And in their pottery, when a piece breaks, they're able to put it back together, and they seal the cracks with gold.
Mm,
And so what was meant to break it made it more valuable.
yes.
And so that resonated with me. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go with that.
Yeah.
So the story explain, it starts off explaining this process and why we come out with golden brokenness,
Mm,
you know. And so it shows that we were healed, and scars don't make us victims. They prove that we're survivors,
yes.
you know. And so it just talked about something that I experienced um, when I was going into high school, and what happened and how I felt, and how I chose not to share it with my parents because I didn't want my father to take matters into his own hands. So it's some of the stories in here can be triggering,
Mm,
but like I said, they're not about being the victim. They're about
The Victor, yeah.
Yes. So
Victor stories. Absolutely.
everything ends up, it makes you feel, and sometimes we don't want to feel. I
Yeah,
don't sometimes, but it makes us feel, and then it may be something that we need to heal from ourselves. And so it gives
absolutely.
us a place to know that we're not alone in what we've been through. And even though it seems like it's never over, that it's always something else, or, sometimes one incident leads you to make bad decisions because of how
Yeah,
you feel. But eventually, with your friends' support and talking and therapy and all those things, your faith belief, we can all get through, what
absolutely.
life brings us.
Absolutely. I always
Yeah,
say we've gotten through 100% of the things that we've been through, right?
absolutely. That's
So,
that's exactly right. That is
yeah,
exactly right.
I
Yeah.
love that. I love that. So, why now? Like, why, what point did you come to say, okay, I'm going to do it? Because I know a lot of people say, I'm going to write a book one day. I'm going to write a book one day. I'm going to write,
Right.
people say
Right.
that all the time. And
Yeah.
so, what was the turning point that
So
you said, okay, I'm getting this out?
so it's kind of like this that we're doing now. I'm friends with Laura on
Hmm.
Facebook. I'm friends with you. You put out a notice. You're looking for people to join you, authors to join you. I'm like, oh, I'm an author. I'm gonna get in touch with Linda. And so that's kind of the same thing, because she put so much into the process
Hmm.
that all I had to do was write, and I love to write. And something else, it's amazing how COVID and that time period is all like 1 year instead of four, like the way you think about before COVID and after COVID. Like, this is 2026. That was
Yeah.
6 years ago.
Yeah.
And it seems like it was maybe not last year, but the year before that, you know. And so it's crazy how it all runs together. But she did everything for us. And it was before all the AI and Chat GPT,
Yeah. Yeah.
all the assistance that you can get now with
Now,
telling your
exactly.
story. Like, I wrote this
Yeah.
myself. I had friends to look at it and give me suggestions, and she did the same thing. She gave suggestions, to help the story flow, and to maybe, there was something, it was something that she thought that I should change, but I didn't, because to me and my experience of it, it needed to say what it said, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
So she gave us the freedom to tell our stories the way we experience them. And she also, which is, I don't know how many people that do these things like Laura does, but we all still own the rights to our stories, you
That's
know.
good.
So that's a great thing. So it it
Absolutely.
it allows me the opportunity to promote the entire book, but to get the benefit of it, even though the whole book doesn't belong to me. Each individual author can sell the book
Hmm.
and promote their stories and talk about, how they were involved and the benefits of it and everything. So I think that's another, value, a great
Okay.
thing. But yeah, that's how I decided to do it then, because she put something out, and I've worked with her on, other projects and stuff. And so I'm like, yes, I'm gonna do that. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. So, what advice would you give someone who is looking to be a part of something like that, or to even write? Period. What advice would you give them?
So if you're interested in writing and you don't know where to start, I would start with Laura.
Mm,
have a conversation. It's kind of like you were saying, you have consultations where
yeah,
people can come to you and talk about their ideas and see if you can help or if you can't. So Laura's the same way. You can consult with her and get your idea out. And just talking to someone that has gone through the process will kind of calm your worries about,
absolutely.
how it works. She'll put you at ease. And the other thing is to just start. Like I like to write freehand, and I have 1,000 notebooks. I got this beautiful one for Christmas
Ah,
from one of
that is
my
gorgeous.
beautiful coworkers that knows me and loves me. So this is the one I've started to use this year, and so I just write, and
I love it.
at some point I put it on my computer, and once I get it on the computer, a lot of times it just sits there. So putting it on paper and with the pen, it makes it more real the way my brain works.
I get
So
it. I get it. Knowing who, no, I
yeah.
get it.
So
You have
I
to
would just say
know
just
yourself.
write. Yes. Just write and share it with people. And like with the way technology is now, it's so many ways to get your work read or expose it to people. And if you do spoken word, you can get involved with Rhyme and Chat.
Absolutely.
They're a great organization, and just getting around like-minded people.
That's the thing. The
Hmm.
conversations are different when you're around like-minded people.
Yeah.
It's just a whole different level of understanding and
Hmm.
support. And
Yes,
so, yeah,
exactly. The support. Because, your friends, they're going to support you, but if they haven't done it, they have a different level of understanding of
hmm,
what you're trying to do. And so sometimes you need people that aren't your real friends, you know, but then they become your real
right.
friends,
You
through
need
shared
objectivity.
experiences.
Right. You
Yes,
need them to be
exactly.
objective and not
Yes.
be, because your real friends hopefully don't want to hurt your feelings.
Right. But I've got some pretty honest friends that will tell you what you need to hear,
Yeah.
even
Hold
though
your
you
hand.
don't.
Hold your
Yeah.
hand and say,
You know, with all due respect, let me just say, you know, so
that's good
yeah.
though, but you need that. You need
Oh,
that.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Because I don't
Absolutely.
like to be around people that can't tell me no. It
Oh,
makes me uncomfortable.
yeah. Well, I got people that can't, that tell me no often. So I guess I'm fortunate like that.
Well, I thank you. I thank you. So, as we close, what one thing would you like the listeners to gather from this conversation?
So, there are a couple of things. The first thing is, if you're interested in being a writer, know that it's never too late to start. And there there is, if that's something that's in your heart, then you should do it, even if it's on a small level. Start small and get the feeling that you're looking for by doing what you really want to do with your heart. So just do it, just try it. you know and the other thing is, I would love for people to purchase one or both of these books and just check them out, and maybe they will inspire you to be healed from something that you're dealing with, or to share with someone who is dealing with it. Because a lot of times we don't know what people are going through. We really don't. Even our close friends, they don't always share. you know and so
Right.
sometimes you can just talk and encourage them in a way that heals them and supports them, even when you don't know everything that's
Right.
going on.
The right words. Right.
Yep. So
Absolutely.
the
Sometimes
the
it's hard to find the words.
absolutely, yes, yes. So the book is available for viewers for $10. There's normally $15. And I think my Cash App is in the link. Let me see. I think I
It
can
is.
pull it. Okay. So you can go to my Cash App, and I'm Debbie Antoinette Kelly on Facebook. So you can DM me if you want more information or anything like that. But yeah, I'm selling them for $10 right now. And the Voices from the Edge, when I went back and read some of the stories and the state that our country is moving into right now, those I feel on the edge again. you know, I
Time
feel on
for
the
the
edge.
sequel.
Yeah,
This is from
yeah,
the
because
Edge, part
we
2.
don't know. We
Yeah,
don't know
yeah,
what lies ahead. So we just have to continue to come together
mm,
and build relationships and try to make our country better, you
yeah,
know, and that's through
absolutely.
relationships. Yeah.
Absolutely. Kathy said she has hers already, and she's so proud of you. She's
Oh,
so proud
thank
of you.
you.
I love
Thank
that.
you.
I love that. Well, as we close, my name is Linda Murray Bullard. They call me the business plug. I've actually put Debbie's Facebook page and Laura's Facebook page. So you can go to their Facebook pages and DM them if you want information, if you want to buy the book. I have Debbie's Cash App is wherever you're listening to this. And we invite you every week to join us here on the Business Plugs Mixer. So have a great week, everyone. And we are saying good night. Have a
Good
great
night.
week.
Thank you so much, Linda. Thank you for all of you that joined in. I appreciate all of you.
Absolutely. Thank you all.